Hey guys, Carmen here with my best friend Sarah,
Hi.
and I was gonna make another INFJ video. And I was sitting in the living room literally just a few minutes ago, and I was talking to Sarah, and I was like, I want to make another INFJ video, but I don't know what it should be about. And it could be about so many different things. And so I was like asking, I was like, well, what's something that either you hear me talk about a lot or something you see that you know is an INFJ quality? And so then she came up with like how I see people, and I was like, okay. And I think I knew where she was going, so I was like, don't tell me what you're gonna say, but let's make a video together where you say it, because I don't want to sound like an asshole saying like I can see right through you, even though. But so there you go.
The best way I can describe it is like you go through life putting up um, protective barriers and fronts to protect yourself because you've had to face whatever kind of ridicule or things that have happened in your life. So you live your life thinking you're one way or the other, and you don't let people in. You don't let people see who the real you are is. Not that I could talk, but in my experience, it's not always, if you're going to be friends with an INFJ, you better be prepared because it's not always going to be pretty what she sees in you. And then she's going to see things in you, or he's going to see things in you that you don't see about yourself that are wonderful. And she's not afraid to tell you about it and call you out when you're for it, so you can work on yourself. You got to be receptive to what she says or he says, because they always have the best of intentions for you. Everything they do is always the best of intentions. They see what you can do. So, like with me, for instance, she'll call me out, and she'll call me out, and like my fake, I'll have fake behaviors because I have things I'm dealing with, and you know, I hide my feelings a lot. So, you know, false emotions will be there to cover up the real ones.
Like I said, like I feel like because I'm a big picture person, and I feel like that I see the big picture. I see the details, but I see the big picture. That's the most important thing. And I feel like I notice things about people that it's hard to hide. I feel like it is actually hard to hide from an
Mm-hmm.
INFJ. I'm not the only one.
And I can't say I'm the smartest one, not to cut you off, but I'm not to say that I'm the smartest one because I'll still do it. I'll still try to hide it, even though after all these years you think I know better. You think I know better, but not always.
But yeah, it's like, yeah, as an INFJ though, that this is my best friend. I mean, she's done so much for me that I can't pay her back enough for the things that she's done for me. But I do things for her too. And we're soul sisters. We're not actual sisters like blood, whatever. That disappears when you die anyway. But she's my soul sister. She's the closest thing that I've ever really actually had to a sister. And I would do anything for her. And there's no ulterior motive. Because for an INFJ, and you hear this a lot in INFJ videos, is that there is no ulterior motive. We just want to see people achieve the highest level that they can. Like, we see somebody's highest potential, and we just want to see them achieve that. And so there's no ulterior motive, like, well, what can it do for me? It's like, we just want to see you reach your highest potential, and then we want to be able to be in the background and just smile and know that we had something to do with it.
So, give you some examples of that. I am one of the world's worst procrastinators because I put things off because I'm scared a lot. And my fear runs a lot of my life because of my background. And that's something I have to work with. So anything that I'm fearful of, I will put it off and put it off and put it off and not do it. So like I went how many years without a driver's license because I was scared.
And I was like, you should be more scared of driving without a license.
And you would think that's logical, right? That is really
But I've actually
logical.
heard a lot of people with the same story, though.
Let me tell you, I got rear-ended at a stoplight, and there was a cop right next to me, and I took off because I didn't have a license, because I knew if I got caught, ooh. So yeah, she's right. It's more scary to not have a license than to have a license. But that's logical, being that's logical, but I don't, my brain doesn't always think on a logical level. Um, you know, but another example is negative people that are in my life that were using me and taking advantage of my heart and my situation and my fear, because I was so scared. And
I'm gonna interrupt you this time because I'm gonna say when I met her, it didn't take because I read people pretty easily. I'm not saying like I'm psychic. I think everybody kind of contains some kind of psychic ability on some level, but I think INFJs can kind of easily see people for who they really are, and at least if somebody's a toxic person or if they're not. And when I met her, it's through our sons who are like almost the same age, really, and um,
that's actually a really amazing story we should share.
yeah, but when I met her, she was in a situation with people who were only using her, and they were only as nice to her as they felt like they had to be to use her car, use her home, use her in any way, anything they could get out of her. And I saw this about them, and I saw about her that she was such a genuine and caring person. And I felt like, oh my God, it's because genuine, come on, let's be honest, genuine, caring people are kind of rare. Like they say INFJs are rare. Genuine, caring people are rare. And when I met her, it was like, I'm not letting go of this friendship. Like, I just, want to be close to her because I just want somebody I can trust in my life. And I knew she was a trustworthy person from early on. But I saw these people using her, and it just made me so mad. And I was like, no, these people got to go. They got to go. And she's so sweet that, she's,
I'm a pushover. I'm the human
yeah,
carpet.
and I'm not. I'm not gonna let. I don't play. No, I don't do that. So I kind of was underhanded a little bit, and what I did to get rid of these people, nothing was the actual lie. It was just I didn't lie to anybody. I just kind of exposed convenient truths, and they were gone. But I wasn't gonna leave her high and dry. It was like I knew we were gonna be hanging out like every day, so she wasn't gonna be alone because I valued
Well,
her
she
so
knew my
much.
life was just going to improve after that. I mean,
Yeah,
the situation I was in was really horrid, and I had buried myself emotionally so bad that it's actually affected me to where it's going to be part of therapy.
I went out.
But so what she did, no matter what she did, she could have done. Her getting them out of my life, I owe her a debt of gratitude for, because if she hadn't come along and done that, I probably still would have stayed with them or and had them in my house and in my life, because they took advantage that I lost my son's dad and I was all alone with two kids and no support system, no family, no nothing.
She had moved to South Carolina, where we are now, from Texas,
2,000 miles away from everything I ever knew.
and she didn't have any friends. And these people were the only people. They moved her here. One of them had moved her here, and she didn't know anybody but that guy. And then later, his girlfriend. And so they were the only people that she knew. And then when I met her and we became friends, and she had me, and I was like, the more I was like, I'm not gonna let her go. I want to be around her like every day because she's genuine and sweet. I was like, these other people got to go because I can't stand it. I can't stand toxic people, fake people. I can't.
But this is why you have to listen to an INFJ when they see things, even if you don't like hearing what you're hearing from them, take it and grow, learn from it, expand upon it.
It's not that
put
we're
it to
always.
work.
It's not that INFJs are always right. It's just that we're always doing our best, and we always do have your best interest at heart. That's what it is. We're not always right. Nobody's always right, but like it didn't take much to see what kind of people these people were and what they were doing. And I was just like, man, if she was my best friend and we were hanging out all the time, I would never do that to her. And I was like, man, it just upset me more and more, the thought of her wasting her life, being around people like that. And I was like, man, she could be so much happier and doing so much better in life. And I just, so,
I'm not where I need to be, but I will be. And I know I will be because I have her. She won't let me sit there and not do something about it.
yeah.
She'll keep pushing at me until
Yeah.
I do it.
Yeah, like a lot of things like um she'll take care of detailed things for me. She found me a doctor that understands the condition that I have, and it's everything to me. I mean, it's everything to me. Like I can't even tell you the weight that was lifted. It was massive. I cried because to have a doctor that will actually help me. And like in her life, like she's such a caring person. She's an ISFJ, and they're really caring people. And I knew that something that she's really good at is taking care of people. And so, there was a point where, she worked a lot in her life, but there was a point where she had some health issues, and then she didn't have a job for a while. And she was like, okay, well, I'm thinking about going back to work. I need to make some money. And I was like, I know what you should do, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
now she does what she is best at. She does that for a living.
Because I've done it all my life. I did it for my grandmother. I did it for my son's father for 12 years, you know. And I do it for everybody that I love in my life. They need me, I take care of them. I've always taken care of my
She's
family.
a she's a caretaker. She goes in your home, like at like disabled people, elderly people that need help, and she goes in and helps in any way that they need it. Whether it's someone to talk to or someone to help them, around
Mm-hmm.
the house, meals, whatever they might
And
need.
I'm excelling at it. She was right. I'm excelling at it. Like, I got frustrated with him the other day, and I was actually looking for another job because I wasn't getting the hours. And she's like, I was asking for my TV test, and she was going, calls me back and asking questions while I was asking for a copy of the TV test. This is something I work with. And she says, "Are you looking for another job?" I was like, "Or are you getting ready to leave?" She goes, I was like, "Well, this was I'm getting ready to put my application in with this other company, try to supplement my hours and whatnot." And she says, uh, and I says, "If they could get me 40 hours, I may just go ahead and make the switch and and stuff." And then he was like, "She said, let me get get with the girls and we'll work something out. We don't want to lose you." And that felt great. So I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for Carmen. And weren't for the fact that I actually do listen. I mean, it's hard at first when she's getting on me. I'm like defensive. Those come out. But when I have a chance to sit in my feelings, she just lets me sit in my feelings, and I'll think and I think and I think, and it's another ISFJ quality. We will sit there and overthink on everything.
Yeah, I think
But
well,
and
INFJs
that's
do that
good.
too, though.
Mm-hmm. It's good to do that.
We're both very analytical.
Uh-huh.
But whereas you see like the details more, I
She
see
sees
more
the
the
big picture.
big picture, like
But
where we're headed.
we have
Like
clashes for those same qualities because she'll get frustrated with me because I can't see the big picture because I'm too stuck looking at I'm stuck looking at all the trees. I can't see beyond that. I'm looking at all the trees, but I don't see all the clouds around. I don't see it. It's just that's where my line of sight is, and I can't. I don't work anyway out. Work any other way.
yeah, can't see the forest through the trees. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I always feel like If you needed somebody to help, like actually like physically take care of you, she's the person you would go to. If you need somebody to like
Counsel you
counsel you, you can come to me.
and life coach you.
But I'm blunt. I'm not. I don't sugarcoat.
No, she doesn't. And she gets mad at me because I sugarcoat.
Well, because I feel like it's inauthentic. I feel like
And
sugarcoating
she's
is
true.
inauthentic.
She's right. She's right. And it's not successful. Sugarcoating doesn't really get the point across like being blunt is.
And the thing is that they talk about how INFJs are very blunt and can be brutal honesty. And I think that it's a combination of the fact that yes, we are like that, but it's also that we're in a world where most people are like phony, or like they just sugarcoat too much. And so yeah, like I feel like it's a combination of being around people so often that are phony and sugarcoat things and stuff like that. A combination between that and us being brutally honest, because a lot of people are like, God, INFJs are so brutally honest, and it's just like, yeah, but maybe it's just because you're not used to that, because so many people are just so phony.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we're not just like brutal assholes. We're just, you we're just not phony.
Exactly. She's gonna always be real with you. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. We will always want to hear what we want to hear because it's easy to hear what we want
Yeah,
to hear.
don't come to me if you like that's how I feel. Like, don't come to me if you want to hear, like, you want to tell me about your problem, and then you want to hear a specific thing, like you want to hear it. I'm going to tell you what I really think, not just tell you what you want to hear. So if you don't like what I say, then well, you shouldn't have come to me, you know, because you're going to get what I really think.
Yep. You're definitely gonna hear what she really thinks. She's not gonna hold anything back. So you'll learn to develop a thick skin
Yeah.
because it's just not being mean. She's just being real with you. She's just being blunt. You're getting told. She's gonna make you feel it. She's gonna make you feel it because you ain't gonna change if you ain't gonna feel it.
Well, life is too short to dance around topics and things. Life is just too short. You got to cut straight through the bullshit and just be honest with people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's the truth.
yeah. A lot of people don't even get the message if you're sugarcoating and dancing around it and all that. So, yeah, not me. I'm not gonna do that. Mm-mm. No.
And you don't want them to do that.
Yeah.
You want them to be real with you.
Well, but there's a like a quote that you see a lot. It's like where they say like everybody wants somebody to be real with them until someone actually is. Because a lot of people don't want the truth.
Yeah, because it hurts. It hurts like Hades.
But that's the one thing that I can say about Sarah is that she's really receptive. Like, I have seen where, like, I can always be around people and feel like maybe I know maybe what they should be doing. And a lot of people don't listen to me. And then there's that moment when you knew what was going to happen, and you don't I don't like to be somebody who's like, I told you so. I don't like to do that because I feel like, well, once it happens, you're already suffering enough. But I just I don't like to waste time with sugarcoating. I can't stand it. I really can't. Like, I mean, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm feeling, and I think that's better. You can hear sugar coated bullshit because someone's trying to save your feelings, or you could hear a blunt truth because someone's trying to help save your life in a way. Which one would you rather have? Like, if you're going to go shopping, ladies, if you're going to go shopping, are you going to take your friend that's always like, yeah, that looks great on you, and then just tells you that everything looks great? Or are you going to take the friend that is actually going to tell you, no, that makes your ass look fat as fuck, or like that's just not your color, and just be honest with you, so it's just you've got to want to have that friend who's actually going to be honest, and you've got to be ready to hear the truth. Not that, like I said, not that we're always right, it's just that we always have the best intentions. And I'm sorry the lighting sucks, but it's later in the day and we are right at my bedroom window. But it's like getting late outside, so
Oh, it's okay. It kind of makes it look really antique kind of look
An antique.
atmosphere, like an old feel.
Oh, that's cool.
I think that's what it feels like we're in an old movie.
Yeah.
But
So she's the wind beneath my wings.
mm-hmm.
And what else?
She's my hero.
And what else? The house don't fall if the bones are good.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is with us.
We made it through the rough times.
Yeah. So that's INFJ ISFJ friendship. I think we could do more videos.
Be ready, because my favorite thing that she likes to sing about what she's done in my life is, I came in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, I came in like a wrecking ball. I have not ever really been all that crazy about Miley Cyrus. But that's that's common for me. Whenever I meet somebody that I actually care about, and when I like them, I'm like that. I come in like a wrecking ball.
So if you happen to be blessed to have the kind of unicorn come in your life, because they are so rare, you'll never see them, like once in a lifetime, you better hold on to them and let them be that wrecking ball in your life if you have something that needs to be wrecked, because you'll always be thankful for it. You'll always be grateful for it, and you'll never forget what your life is like because of it. Don't let them go. I don't listen to what the hell they have to say.
Yeah, well. Anyway, so thanks for watching. This is Carmen and Sarah. So
Nice talking to you.
any questions or anything, leave comments. And if you want to see a video about anything else or hear more about anything that we've already talked about, then just leave it in a comment. And I might make another video, or I might just comment back the answer or whatever. Just depends. Okay? So thanks for watching. Show off our nails. We got our nails done today. It's almost Christmas, so she got Christmas stuff going. But I just wanted to do that. Showing off our nails. Let's see my nails. Okay. All right. What? Okay.
Payback.
Take it easy.